Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. You know, I've been talking a lot about the new workshops and teasing a little bit about what the new workshops are going to be. I'm not ready to tell you guys the new name of the workshop yet. For a handful of reasons. It's not like I'm trying to hide anything from you. It's just I kind of want to announce it all at one time, you know. So don't expect me to blow your mind. It's just we're changing the name of the workshops, okay? Texas Toast Guitars is still going to be what we do here. We're still going to make guitars. We're changing the name of the workshops. It's not a big deal. I don't even know why I'm making it a big deal. I'm making it a bigger deal than I need to. But today I thought it'd be a good idea to show you guys what you will be issued when you come out to the workshop and everything in these new tool carts, and why I think that even if you don't come to one of our workshops, I think you should get one of these tool carts. And I don't care where you get it from, but I will be leaving a link in the description below to where we got these and what they are. So if you want to have exactly what we have, you can do that. Plus, we get a little taste too. Doesn't cost you anything. We get a little taste, all right? But first, before I do that, I think I should probably give you guys a little heads up with what's going on with the 2x4 SG. So let's step back in time a little bit, and I'll meet you guys here in just a moment after you watch some videos, and then I'll show you where we are with the 2x4 guitar here in a second. See you then. Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's going to be long enough to give you some more ideas of just what labor has to go into making this 2x4 SG come to life as an actual guitar. So I've got the neck is, I can't remember where we left off with the video that I said was going to be the last video that we did on this, but since then I've got the neck is set and everything is as sanded as I want it to be. Okay, we're actually getting ready to finish this. So the first step is going to be to apply some pore filler to this raw wood. What I fear would happen if we put sealer on this, and Chris, back me up if I'm wrong, this would probably just drink up sealer, and we would spray it and spray it and spray it, and then sand it back, and then go have to spray it again. Chris is going like this. So hopefully the pore filler will get us down to where we only need one round of sealer. So that would be good. Remember, this is the same amount of work to just build a good guitar. Well, to build a guitar out of good stuff, okay? So the only money that you're saving by using 2x4s is, I don't know, $25, $30 in materials to build something that may or may not work. I have no idea if this is even gonna work as a guitar. It probably will, but maybe not. What I'm driving at is, if you could spend $20 or $30 and be sure that that the guitar was going to be good when you were done, it would be a fool's errand to not do that. So I guess that makes me a fool. But there's been a lot of people who are like, "Hey, finish that guitar! You got to finish it. I really want to see it. I want to make one too." Guys, I don't know what I don't know how to say this in a way that is any different than I've already said it 100 times already. This is a dumb idea. This is dumb. I'm doing this so you don't have to. I'm saving you the time and energy required to go through all the steps to make a guitar out of 2x4s to save, like I said, 20 or 30 bucks. So anyway, but yeah. So again, I really don't know why I'm finishing it, but a lot of people are asking me to finish it, and I told you I would. Steve is going to be livid when I show up at his plec machine and say, "Here, plec this." And that's going to cost money too. So anyway, don't do this. I'm doing this so you don't have to. But for all the people who kind of want to see what it's going to look like, we'll walk you through some of that stuff and let you have an idea. Oh, I've also heard some things like, this should put the tone wood myth to bed. First of all, it won't. Second of all, tone wood is a real thing. Okay, and this will not put the tone wood myth to bed. Now, what do I mean when I say tone wood is a real thing? Well, tone wood is a real thing. Some woods are used to make acoustic instruments, and some woods are not. A percussion instrument, I don't know if a xylophone is a percussion instrument, but you do hit it with a mallet. wood sounds different when it's used in that capacity. You know what I mean? Like a xylophone, it has wood blocks and they sound different. So tone wood is a real thing. I believe in tone wood, and if you don't, well, I don't know what to tell you. But I believe that tone wood is often overstated when people talk about solid body electric guitars. Okay, so this will not put the tone wood myth to bed, because for one thing, tone wood's not a myth, and for another thing, even if this sounds exactly like a guitar made out of, you know, thousands of dollars of rainforest harvested magic wood, and I'm not suggesting it will, but even if it did, that's never going to put the myth to bed, okay? Because people have a lot of themselves invested in the whole tone wood thing. So that's not what we're attempting to do here, although it is kind of funny. But I got out of the myth busting business a long time ago because, one, the truth will not set you free. The truth will just make you hated by people on the internet. Okay. All right. So enough of that kind of BS talk. Let's see what happens when we put some pore filler on there, and let's see what happens when we get some sealer on it. Okay. Oh, one more thing. I know there's a lot of one more things. I am not going to attempt to hide the fact that this is a 2x4 guitar. The reason to make a 2x4 guitar is precisely not to attempt to hide that it is made out of 2x4s. The exact reason to make a 2x4 guitar is to show off that it's a 2x4 guitar. So I'm not going to paint it black. I'm not going to try to make it anything that it's not. I'm going to try to advertise, if anything, that this guitar is made out of 2x4s. So what it will probably get is pore filler, sealer, and clear. And that's it. I'm not even going to put the paint the headstock, because that would people might think there's a veneer on there, and there's not. So anyway, I hope that I've covered some of the things that people have talked about. Now let's get it into pore filler. Okay, Chris. So what is the plan to actually finish it? What are we going to do?
Well, I think there's actually a couple different ways we could go. We could just do this and then do the durable thin finish on it. That would ensure that everybody knows it's pine.
Yeah, yeah.
And probably
Douglas
ensure
fir.
that you, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, Douglas fir. And ensure it's Douglas fir.
Yeah.
And ensure that you'll probably get a splinter.
Okay, what are the other options?
The other option is then we can go ahead and do the sealer and sand that back, and then do 73 finish on
What's the most absurd thing to do?
Paint it shiny.
Yeah, seal it up within an inch of its life, and then paint it shiny.
Yeah, look like a car fender. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Not doing that.
So,
you think any color should go on it at all?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure what the payoff for that would be.
I don't
would just
know
be
either.
wasting a bunch of paint.
Yeah, we could amber it up some, but it's fairly yellow now.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
So we're gonna seal it all the way up and then just clear on it, or seal. How about we shoot it?
I think the idea was that we'll be able to get rid of some of the faceting on the neck by doing that, right?
Yeah. So how about we seal it up, and then whatever sealer we get on it in 1 day's worth of sealer is what it is. We're not gonna go back and do more.
No, I'm not gonna.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So next step: paint booth and UV light.
Cool. All right, gang. Well, here it is. The 2x4 SG is all painted and ready to be assembled. So this has our 73 finish on it, which is, a lot of people ask me, well, what is the 73 finish? And it's actually, it's a proprietary finish, but it's also a whole bunch of processes that we do. It's not just, we buy this brand of paint and squirt it on there. The first step to our 73 finish is, of course, the Simtech UV pore filler. And in order to get that stuff, you got to call Simtech. All right. So, but it's UV pore filler, and then we hit it with, basically we have this UV light. It's like holding the sun in your hand. Okay. You can't put the stuff just out in the sun and have it kick. You got to use a pretty expensive UV light. Then we use Simtech Easy Sanding Sealer. We We go over the top of the UV pore fill with that, and then we hit it with our proprietary top coat. Oh, this one doesn't have any color except for on the headstock. Color is just whatever color we're using. We like to use Tamco paints. We also like to mix our own candies and stuff like that. But the 73 finish is really the UV pore fill, the Simtech sealer, and our proprietary top coat. So this is it, guys. This feels really good. I know it's a 2x4, but it feels good. Looks good. Check it out. It's got a bunch of knots in there and, and goofy stuff. I'm going to probably not get this assembled until after the Independence Day holiday. And then we're going to run it over to Steve at Maximum Guitar Works, and he's going to plec the frets for us, and he's going to cut the nut for us, because you can do that with a plec machine. Man, I tell you what, I don't even know if this is going to work, but Steve said he would do it, and I think it would be a hilarious video to see. So there you go, the 2x4 SG. Couple of things that you guys might be not. I think there's a disconnect here. I'm not going to sell this to anybody. I'm going to keep this here in the shop. It might just go on the wall because the neck might go boop. I don't know. When I say that the neck might go boop, people go, well, you need to put more truss rods in there. You know, a truss rod, okay, a couple things. A truss rod doesn't actually stabilize the neck, it moves the neck, okay? So, however, it can only do so much. If you add stabilizing braces, I suppose those are a form of truss rod, but they're generally non-adjustable, okay? So this has an adjustable truss rod in it. I purposely did not put any reinforcing rods in here, though I deliberated. The reason being because this was supposed to be a practice guitar, not a really cool guitar, right? And I've been telling you guys this since the beginning. This isn't a good idea. You shouldn't do this. You should not make a guitar out of 2x4s, body or neck. And I was talking to Dan at Tonewood Experts the other day. I was ordering some stuff for the class. I think I even might have said this in our back in time part of the video. Dan's got wood that you guys can buy for like super cheap. It's like kind of practice grade wood, okay? But it still would make a good guitar. So this is always going to be a guitar made out of 2x4s, which is kind of funny. But if you put in all the work, you know, you have to do all the same amount of work, whether you make it out of 2x4s or something good, even if it's a practice grade of something good. But go to Dan at Tonewood Experts, link in the description below. He'll hook you up with some practice boards, and you guys can make something. You can practice, but when it's done, it's gonna be good. Okay. The other thing is, I know I talked about this before, but I'm just gonna repeat it. Tonewood. Don't start to go, hey, this is gonna put the Tonewood. It's not going to put any Tonewood debates to bed because people like debating about Tonewood. And I'm not trying to dispel any Tonewood myths because I actually do believe that Tonewood is a thing. Let me say this one more time though. I do believe that Tonewood is a thing, but I also believe that Tonewood is often overstated when it comes to solid body electric guitars. Okay. All right. On with the show. Enough of this. Let's. I should just fling this over that way. I'm not gonna. Though. Let's deep dive into the new. I'm not gonna tell you the name. The new toolboxes for our workshops. Okay, gang. So these are the new toolboxes that will be issued to everyone who attends the workshop. There are 6 of them here. So because our classes max out at 6, they are. They're all the Husky brand. We got them from Home Depot. Like I said, link in the description below. They're pretty nice. Let's talk about the outside first. They're a heavy-duty metal construction. They've got a wood top that's pretty nice. I talked to the guys at StewMac, and they sent us some of these pads here for just keeping everything nice and organized. Each toolbox has on the outside, because it's metal, we were able to take advantage of the magnetic pieces here. So you get a drink holder, you get a place for some get in focus there. You get a place for some StewMac number 20 super glue, which you'll use for frets. There's a little spot for pencils here. There's a paper towel holder, stuff like that. But so what you'll do is you'll just be stationed here on the workbench. Now let's take a look at what's inside. So the very first drawer, it says assembly tools, guitar neck, and measuring. So let's open up the drawer and have a look inside. So we've got, you know, your standard, this is all the stuff that used to be in the tool boxes, but with a little more. We've got some assembly tools here, you know, screwdrivers, center punches, sticky pokies, measuring. We've got, you know, the StewMac calipers here. Dun, dun, dun. Again, just more assembly tools, screw wax, some drill bits. What I like about these is that I want you guys to keep your necks in the box. And the reason that I want you to keep your neck in the drawer is if your neck is on the table, it could get pushed off. If it's in the drawer, it's virtually impossible for it to fall more than just a few inches, okay? So if you're not working on it, it goes in the drawer. The next drawer that we have here, this is called fretting tools. And as you can see, we've got a fretting hammer, a caul, we've got some radius gauges, we've got fret end nippers, fret cutters, we've got some files here, we've got an angle file, we've got a fret block, we've got the fret bar from StewMac for leveling. These are great, I love these. Z file, and of course the little fret end file. And all of this stuff, guys, is available at Stuart McDonald, link in the description below, and if you use that link, we get a little taste. Let's see, nut and string tools. We've got a nut string spacing gauge, we've got a tuner, we've got nut files. We've included a capo in the set now because of the way that we're doing setups now, and of course, everyone's favorite thing to give me grief about, the string nut height gauge, which we use for almost everything up and down the neck. All right, we've got some finishing components here, some sticks and some tape and things like that we use for finishing. If you get bored while you're here at the workshop, I want you to go into the guitar book area here. This is, you know, there's a bunch of books in this drawer here that you can kind of look at so you don't get too bored. I also have a notebook in here for you guys to write stuff down, and I'd like for these to stay in the shop. If you need something to take notes on, go ahead and take notes on them, but I'd like to keep these in the shop because you guys have things that I don't necessarily always hear about. I'd like to hear about them more. All right, this next drawer here is your guitar body, and this is where your guitar body will live every time it's not up on the top. Again, it's impossible for it to fall and off the top of the bench if it's in the drawer. This one happens to be a Challenger that goes with this neck here. I just put these in here. They're projects that I'm working on. I put them in here so that you guys could you know, see what it will look like when you get here. This drawer is empty, but it will contain all of your guitar parts. So like bridge and tuners and pickups and stuff like that will be in here when you show up for a workshop, provided you show up for a workshop that includes that stuff. If not, if you have to supply your own stuff, you can put them in that part there. This last big drawer here has a soldering iron, some loops courtesy of Don Siltonen. I've got a small vise, a little sanding block here, a drill, and just some other stuff that won't fit in a lot of other places. And then this guy will be empty when you get here too. You can put, you know, your cowboy hat or your treat pile, or you can fill this up with Skittles or whatever you want to do, and or your coloring books or whatever. And that will be cool. You can put whatever you want in there. So like I said, we have 6 of these things. And I even liked it so much that I bought one for myself. So I keep all of my junk in here. I'm working on a Mosrite right now. You know, I've got all of my files and all of my, some of my fret stuff in here. What else do I have? That drawer's empty. That drawer's empty. I need to fill up my drawers with stuff. So I really, really like these Husky rolling toolboxes. They all have wheels, so we can move them around the shop, and they're and you can look. You can put your you can put a drink on there too, and you can stay hydrated, because staying hydrated is cool. So there we go. The brand new workshop tool carts and benches. What we were noticing was before when we had the big tables is that there was no place to put things except for on top. So we would notice that guys would start working on a space that was eventually not a whole lot bigger than this mat here. And we thought, why don't we build some new tool bench areas with a bunch of storage? And then actually Chris came up with the idea. He's like, why don't we just spend the money and get these rolling workbenches, and that way there's room for every single thing that they need, and when they're not using it, they can put it away and stuff doesn't get commingled between boxes and things like that. And you know what? He was absolutely right. These are a great idea. I love these, and you guys will be issued these toolboxes, so you have all the parts that you need to work on your guitar when you come to a workshop. And yeah, so we've got a bunch of new workshops coming up, like I said, and so you can. We don't have a Challenger workshop, but I make Challengers, so it made sense to me to put this guitar in this tool cart. However, I don't use these tool carts. Chris doesn't use these tool carts. These are only for you guys when you come out to the workshops. Okay, we have our own tool carts. So I urge you to check the website. I think in the next couple weeks, couple days maybe, we will be putting the rest of 2024 and 2025 workshops up, and announcing some new classes and some new styles of workshops and things like that. I think you guys are really going to dig these. I'm really, really looking forward to having you come out to our shop and build guitars with us and make some really excellent stuff that you can take home and show off to all your buddies and be the first on your block to have a custom guitar that you built, unless your picture is already on the wall there, because you're on the wall of fame in the back. If you come out to a bunch of these workshops, Joy takes your picture and puts you up in the back. So anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you want one of these Husky benches, there's a link in the description below, and that there is an affiliate link. And if you buy one of them, we do get a little taste. I don't know how big it is. It's probably like, $3 or something. But because all of our videos are ad-free, those kinds of things go a long way to helping us bring you guys cool content like this. Further, and to that end, all of the tools from Stuart McDonald that we have in the toolboxes. Now, full disclosure, some of the tools we got from StewMac, they sent to us, okay? They sent them to us and we didn't have to pay for them. But a lot of the tools that we got from StewMac, we did have to pay for, okay? But StewMac is a sponsor of the channel, and they're a sponsor of the workshops. And we couldn't do it without all the help from StewMac, because we love the tools. Even if we weren't sponsored from StewMac, we'd still buy all the stuff, okay? Like I've been saying for years. But the link in the description below to Stuart McDonald. If you guys need any parts or stuff from StewMac and you want to help us out, again, because we don't take ad revenue, buying stuff from StewMac helps us out a bunch, okay? And it keeps the videos ad-free, in addition to all the good stuff that you guys do with stuff like Super Chats or Patreon or joining us on YouTube. If you want to help us out that way, please feel free to join us on Patreon or YouTube, or send us a Super Chat. And I'll wait. No ways out. I'm not going to do that. But so yeah, in addition to buying guitars and taking workshops and classes from us, you can help us out all those ways too. But guys, I think you're really going to dig these new tool carts. Like I said, I like them so much, I bought one from myself. And the next time you see the shop, you'll be like, if you've been here before and you come and see the shop, you'll be like, holy moly, it's so much different in here, and it's so much more open, and there's so much less dust. Okay. We're also going to be working with the fractal fret presses. Everyone's going to be using those in the workshops. I just got off the phone with the guys from, I think it's J&E Guitars. We've got 2 fret presses set up with those now, so you're going to be able to do that. Remember, our workshops are limited to 6, so there's no waiting. You just have everything you need, and if you do get bored, you can read. We'll put comic books or something in the guitar book area. The comic books might not be a bad idea. I always liked Sergeant Rock. Okay, gang, thanks for hanging out with us, and hope to see you all at one of our workshops coming up. Until then, this is Matt at Texas Toast, reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. Have a great week, everybody. Have a terrific Independence Day. if you live in my neighborhood, don't set off a bunch of fireworks. My dog doesn't like it, and she's really sweet. Have a good one, you guys. We'll talk to you next time.
I wanna play my guitar the only way